Hi, guys. Thank you for joining us at Ace Your Health Podcast. My name is Dr. Choksi. We're starting a summer immune series. This is going to be moderated by Barbara Grandison. You have known about her. She has her own podcast and her own Instagram following. The topic that we're covering today is clean environment. I hope you enjoy this topic. Let us know what questions you have about this topic and hope you have the best one. Take care, guys.
All right, today let's talk about clean environment. I think that's the cool thing about a clean environment is it's something everybody can do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not based on what you have or what you don't have. You can still clean your environment.
Mm-hmm.
And I know from watching Hoarders, I don't know if anybody's watched that, but it was interesting to me because I learned that the space around you does affect you. So even if you're used to seeing it, when you go home and you want to relax, you might be used to seeing it, but it still affects the way you see it. Like it's still disturbing to you, your inside.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
And that's why you're here.
So there's something. There's something called a noise, right? There's a noise that comes from things that are going on, right? Even though some of these, decorations or how our environment is around us isn't talking to us, but there's always a process. They're in some type of a process. They're speaking to you, and they're exuding some type of energy, right? If you have a little notebook that's open on the table and it just sits there for months and months, but that notebook has a purpose. It's in a process. It's saying something to you all the time. And our subconscious mind, whenever we see anything, we pick things up, and then we have to make a decision whether we want to acknowledge that or disregard that. If that trash can is sitting there and it just sits there, it could be full. It's telling us that it needs to be taken out, but we're ignoring it because maybe I'm talking to you or doing something else or whatever. We're choosing to ignore it every single day, but every time you see it, it talks to you.
Yeah, that's
then
good.
Then you make a decision. So when you look at Mark Zuckerberg and these CEOs, they always are wearing the same clothes. Like they have this whole routine down that you wear the same shirt every single day. There's no color coding matching, or it's already tagged, and so there's one less decision that you have to make. So if you have to make 100 decisions in a day, but your decisions are being made at a subconscious level to look at these things, processes that are ongoing, then you're going to use up that energy. And then you won't have the real energy that you need to carry out your real work because you're already tired. So cleaning the environment also is a representation of how your body operates. Because if you're operating on an external environment that is not organized, then our internal immune system is also going to be unorganized, trying to fight off different viruses or different bacteria or different funguses or intruders. So your internal environment will also feel like, okay, there's way too much things going on, but I'm going to choose to ignore this candida issue because I have virus issue going on.
Right.
That's not how we want. We would want to allocate a certain amount of resources to take care of that and take care of this. If you can take the trash can out, tell somebody else to take the trash can out, right?
Yeah, I could do that.
At least you can allocate and delegate tasks, and things are moving.
It's simplifying.
It's simplifying it, and it's not sitting there being, candida can sit there or this trash can sit there.
Right.
But one is inside the body, one is outside the body. So it's correlating your processes and reserving your energy to focus on the right decision that you need to make instead of constantly ignoring. And then we get into the habit of ignoring because you're training your subconscious to ignore. So then you get in the habit of ignoring. Yeah. If you get into the habit of ignoring, then that's what you're going to manifest your whole life.
That is good. I love that. Wow, that is good. And that's good. You don't want to go through a life of ignoring.
Because then you'll react.
It's too hard.
Because then you'll react.
Life brings too much anyways. Yeah.
Because how much can I ignore somebody? At some point, I'm going to blast at them.
Right.
Right? if that person is
Yeah.
nagging me, I keep ignoring that person. At some point, you're gonna react to that,
That's a
and
good
that's
way to put
and
it.
that's our immune system.
Yeah.
It nags, and says, "Hey, this needs to be addressed. This needs to be addressed. This needs to be addressed."
Mhm.
At one point, it says, "No, it doesn't. I'm gonna bring in the artillery, which is what we call cytokine storm, autoimmune disease,
Yeah.
things that are just getting blasted
Mhm.
at internal level
Right.
because it's tired of ignoring the toxins that are within us." So
Yeah.
environment should start, like, we should start cleaning our environment, I guess, from the perspective of, I would say, start cleaning your writing, right? How you write.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we are so disorganized in the writing, and
Yeah.
writing is probably the most complex
Mhm.
task that we have picked up since we were kids,
Right.
other than talking and
Right.
articulating. So writing has to coordinate with your hand, eye, sound, everything you have to process,
Mhm.
and every little crooks and shapes they were making in
Mhm.
multiple different languages.
Yeah.
So if you start with just, if you know how to neatly write,
Right.
it takes
That's
a little
good.
longer.
Yeah.
If you start writing neatly,
Mhm.
then automatically it will translate into wanting and having a desire to just clean your other environment,
Yeah.
whether it's your own bed, starting, first thing is like waking up in the morning and just putting making your bed,
Right.
because you're going to come back to that bed
Yeah.
and it's made and you'll feel like you want to go in, and that starts the whole cycle of good day
Yeah,
and good
right.
night.
Which I've read that too. That
Yeah.
just that you started off in the right direction. That is awesome. Like, I love it. That's a different take on the when you think cleaning up your environment, you wouldn't think of writing, and I really like that. That's
Yeah, it
that's
tells you a
kinda
lot
cool.
about writing.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
writing
good.
people-
That'll be another video.
we can
Talk
figure
about writing. You had me right. So thank you so
I
much.
had you right.
Yeah. So thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.